Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to FranTastic Insights, where we provide insights from some of the coolest people in franchising. My name is Alesia Visconti. I am your host today. I am also the president and CEO of FranServe and Franchise Dictionary magazine. Now, FranServe is the largest franchise consulting organization in the world, and our mission is so simple. We aim to change people's lives through franchise ownership. And we do it through a network of incredible franchisors and franchise consultants, all who are dedicated to helping people like you explore franchise opportunities. Now, today I have someone with me, a dear friend. I've known Rich for some time. So Rich Helm from Paymore. Rich, why don't you say hello to everybody and introduce yourself, sir?
Sure. Hello, Alesia. And hello, everybody. Thank you. Awesome to be here today with everybody. I've been around. A lot of people know me in franchising for a long time. I've been a franchise owner, been a broker or a consultant, and I've been the director of franchise development for a couple of brands. And currently, I'm the brand developer and the lead person really that works with the Paymore brand in developing those franchises. So I know a lot of you out there, and I've been a great friend of FranServe and a lot of their staff and their consultants as well. So great to be here.
Absolutely, Rich. We all love you. So now that you're with me today, because we've been waiting for this one for a while, right? You and I try to get our schedules together. I so appreciate it. Why don't you talk a little bit more now about Paymore, what it does and how it works and some of the traits that make it unique in its role.
Sure. Well, they came on the scene back in, they started back in 2011 out of Massapequa, Long Island. And we only started franchising just about a little over a year ago in 2020. So they really wanted to become the local community's technology hub, where local customers can come in and safely, conveniently, and securely buy and sell trade electronics. The lion's share of what they do in trade is still mobile phones and cell phones, but that includes desktops, laptops, iWatches, you name it, anything that's electronic. So, which is pretty cool.
I was going to say anything electronic, that's about like everything we own, right?
Right. Well, the joke is that everybody has a drawer at home that they could probably bring to a Paymore store and get cash for whatever's in there. So, because there's really no place, there's no outlet to really trade those things in. A pawn shop might be able to do something. There's a couple local retailers, some of the big box that might be able to, but to date, we haven't found anybody that can really provide what Paymore is providing. So, but I think in addition, what was important is their mission to reduce the electronic waste by repurposing these devices that would normally have been tossed into a landfill. So, it's pretty cool. It's kind of got the green side of it, but, they named Paymore came out because they really do pay more for the devices because it's all secondhand, right? So there's nothing new. There's no new retail or anything like that. So everything is buy, sell, and trade.
I love it. I know when I first heard of the concept, it's one of those aha moments where, the light bulb goes off and you're like, why hasn't this already started? Like, why is it, right? It's one of those things that you're like, how did we not have this? And we didn't, right? So kudos to, to the Paymore team in terms of developing it. And like you said, not only does it work with, in terms of the electronics, right? Which, as you said, we all have a drawer or two, but also the green aspect, which I think is a wonderful component to the franchise as well. Super.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we can repurpose these and find a home for them with somebody else. So it's pretty cool. And really with technology today, we all know your cell phone that you bought just last month will be outdated pretty shortly anyway. So, and as long as there's a market for people that really want to continue to buy the new ones, we'll be there to trade in the old ones.
Absolutely. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful symbiotic system in that regard. Now, you said that you newly franchised, right, last year. So let's talk a little bit about territory. I'm sure you have some wide open territory for the listeners today. Is that correct?
Yeah, currently we've got 4 locations up and running, 2 in New York. Well, actually one is in Bensonhurst in Brooklyn. Second one is in Massapequa. That was the first store that started out as a little 500 square foot that's now over 2,000 square feet. Awesome. And then we have 2 locations in North Carolina, one in Cary, just outside of Raleigh, and then one in Gastonia outside Charlotte. And then we have a brand new 5-unit development deal that'll be starting up in Philly. And then we've got a new unit coming on in actually downtown in New York City in Chelsea. So
awesome. So
yeah.
for people who are listening, great opportunity, right? I mean, good territories obviously available, and I'm sure that's an exciting aspect for you guys in terms of expansion and looking at that nationwide. So let's talk a little bit about some of the traits you look for in a franchise owner. What makes a good franchisee for Paymore?
Well, they don't have to know how to pull a cell phone apart and put it back together, right? So we don't do any repair. It's, these things come in and they go out. That's it. We do very light refurb to turn around and sell them retail in the store. So, they got to have obviously appreciation for technology, but really dynamic driven, somewhat tech savvy entrepreneurs is what we're looking for. A real passion and a business acumen, resources that they can develop multiple units. So we're really not looking for single unit owners. We're looking for somebody that can come in and really develop a complete development market within a metro or outside of a metro. And they've really got to have a strong desire to be involved with the community. And, we can also consider converting or rebranding an existing electronics store. So, and then one other additional thing is we would consider semi-absentee owners. So, as long as they, we would work with them in getting a general manager in place, but that's an option which, seems to be attractive for the right type of candidates that everybody's working with. So.
Super. And let's talk about square footage. What kind of footprint, right, are you looking for when a franchisee wants to open a space?
Well, we'll obviously assist with the real estate side of it. On average, about 2,000 square feet is kind of the magic number. When we start to look inside the urban areas, like in downtown New York City, we're going to go to something a little bit smaller. We'll go more to like a hub and spoke model where, we would have let's say a smaller location inside the city, and then outside the city, we'd open up a bigger one. So that way, because storage becomes an issue pretty quickly, which is a good thing. So, we've got that model, but about 1,800 to 2,000 square feet. We've got a couple of our owners right now that are actually looking, the two in North Carolina that are looking for bigger space, which is a good thing. So they're
awesome, and that's a great size. I mean, footprint, is right. So you're not, something with there. It's going to be 5,000 to start off, right? Square footage. So I mean, that's a great footprint. You could be owner operator, could be semi-absent, right? And they don't do repairs. I think that's the thing that I want to stress a lot, because I do think that there's a bit of a misconception when you hear about something about, that type of field that you're in with the electronics, is that's the first thought, but you're not doing that, correct?
Yeah, no repairs at all. We leave that for a lot of the other, there's franchises and other locals and national chains that do that. Sure. That's a whole different market, a different animal. And, we've actually had owners that are in those businesses considering Paymore.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
So now let's go a little bit deeper. And, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. I'm always teased a little bit that the hashtags that I use so much on social media are not of my own company, right? I mean, I do it. I do hashtag FranServe and Franchise Dictionary Magazine, but I'm much more known for using the hashtags on social media, Franchise Strong and Changing Lives, right? I've been doing that for a long, long time because I did not come from the franchise space, right? I've only been in it less than a decade. And for me, coming from other industries, I've never seen anything like the franchise community. The way that it comes together, the support. We joke that it's the franchise fam and family, and it truly is, right? The Fran fam. And I've never seen anything like that. Even where competitors, put that in quote, will come together to brainstorm and to move the industry forward. So when I look at, Franchise Strong or Changing Lives, I mean, I see it over and over again, right? I started as a franchise consultant for FranServe and saw how lives truly get changed financially, emotionally, family-wise when they own a franchise. It is a whole different animal, and I was blown away by it. So I'd love to hear from you, what does Franchise Strong, what does hashtag Changing Lives mean to you and to the Paymore system?
Well, to me personally, since I did change my life and as a franchise owner, I get what that transition means and what it's like. And everybody can tell you what it's going to be like until you actually do it yourself, right? it's like many things in life. And, for me, that transition was overwhelming. I did it at a much younger age, but so I get it, and working with candidates, I can kind of help them through that stage because it's not easy and it's not for everybody, to make that transition. But from a Paymore standpoint, I think the cool thing about their model is somebody can come in, they don't have to tie themselves to be in the store and be a kind of what we call like an owner operator. And there's plenty of franchise models, right, that we know that the owner comes in and basically does a lot of things or everything, where these owners can come in and really build something and scale something that's giant, not something that's small in a single location. Because we are looking for multi-unit owners, that changes the opportunity. Obviously, it changes the candidate, right? It's a little bit different type of candidate, but they can come in and get their first store open. Yes, get in there and manage the store and know what it's like to run it. But then they can start moving on and to scale and grow and open up their second location and then open up their third and, that kind of growth. So, and there's nothing more rewarding than having a single franchise unit, right? That's successful, but when you can really build and scale something big and think, something that says profitable, I got to be careful saying profitable, but our item 19 reflects some pretty good, strong numbers, and that's really what's been enticing to a lot of people that have looked at Paymore. That might be looking at a restaurant that's going to yield a lot less revenue. And obviously the numbers change there. There's more moving parts, there's supply chains, things like that, but the Paymore model is very simple. There's no capital equipment. Come in, we help you design and build out the store. But, once you're open, it's very easy to move on and duplicate that into something else. So, for the franchise candidate.
Yeah, and I love that, right? Because when you look at scalability, that's usually something that, investors want to be able to see in the future, right? That it's not limited, that they can scale out, being semi-apps and also can be advantageous. And, it really is, we know, all of us know in franchising know that business operation is never easy, right? Easy is, you can't own a business and it's easy, but there are models that are simple.
Yeah.
And simple models, FranServe is one, Paymore is one. It's the type of business that can scale and can avoid a lot of headaches in many ways. So I thought those were points that you mentioned that I just wanted to reiterate, because I know, again, when our listeners, are listening, they have that aha moment of, hey, you know what? I never even, knew about this company, and here it's making checks in my columns, right? And
yeah.
The one thing we hear over and over, and I'm sure you hear it too, Rich, is when somebody goes down that path and goes into franchise ownership, they say, man, I wish I had done this sooner, right? You smile, so right. I know you've heard it. So you share a little bit about your thoughts on that, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I think I even said that myself when I transitioned. So, and it's interesting what you said about the model and the scaling and the growth. Our new owner that just came on in Philadelphia actually owned and operated a chain of QSR, of quick serve restaurants, fast food. And really what appealed about the Paymore model was exactly what we're talking about. Something that was just way simpler to operate, and once we talk with candidates and they do kind of get that aha moment where they go, holy mackerel, yeah, this is kind of simple. I only need 3 to 5 employees. I can be open pretty quickly, a couple months. The real estate market today is great with retail, because some people are a little bit hesitant with the retail side, but the commercial side of it is wide open. There's tons of good opportunity there. So, all of that put together, makes it for a great package. And we've heard that from candidates already, about the aha moment. So.
Well, always very exciting, right? And we love to see it too. As I said, I was very excited to see the brand and to finally you and I get together on this and to talk about this awesome brand. So I do want to thank you so much for your FranTastic Insights. And audience, thank you for your time. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We put these out weekly. You get to see more videos. And I'm just going to ask you, Rich, any last words before we wrap up today?
As we start to expand into the rest of the country, and we've even got international appeal already, get the inquiries in quick. We expect 2022 to be pretty big. We're kind of going into that with some tremendous momentum already. So, we look forward to working with the candidates that are out there that are interested. So.
Well, I will echo that. That is a true statement, because today you could be thinking about a territory and tomorrow it's gone. I've seen that happen myself. So, to steal the line from Nike, just do it, right? Isn't
Yep.
that the line, right? Just do it. Take that first step, right? And explore franchise ownership. It may be for you. So thank you very much, Rich. And I just have to say to everyone, have a FranTastic day.